Hello everyone, my name is James Lex and I'm the creator and developer of eScore. Today I will be taking you on a tutorial on how to use the round pages of eScore. You'll notice the round pages are set up like a typical Bible quiz score sheet. This is intentional because it makes it easy to learn, and if you have to go back to paper for whatever reason, you are used to looking at the same style. So let's begin. At the top you've got your typical stuff that you'll see at the top of a sheet, round 1 or by. So this will be round 1. You can put in the set number. Sometimes, very rarely differs from the round number, but it's there anyway. Level, AB, middle school quiz, JBQ, whatever you want to call it. Room. Now this is not room number, room name, because I don't typically put, when I quiz, I did not put names or numbers here. Names, numbers, whatever. I typically put the quizmaster's name here. And I could remember that so-and-so was the quizmaster, but not who was in room Q. Okay, start time. To automatically add the time, just press Control, Shift, and semicolon, which are pretty close at the bottom right of your keyboard, and it'll put in the time. We'll leave that blank for now. Okay, I've entered in the team names here, and you'll notice this is a set or a score sheet that I took out of our regionals from last year. So we'll be going through and I'll be showing you what we saw as we went through the match. Okay, now again, if you saw the roster tutorial, you'll know do not put spaces after names. So take for instance here Anna. I'm going to put Anna, not Anna space space, because eScore will recognize those spaces. So make sure you just put in the name. Okay, so let's begin. Now you'll go up here to question value just like you normally would on a paper score sheet, and you put in 10, 20, or 30. This one was answered correctly by me, so we'll go down here, and I'll put a drop down box and you'll see 5 options. We have 20 points, minus 10 points, individual foul. It's what IF stands for. 20 individual foul, minus 10 individual foul. So that's 20 points. Now I want to go over 2 quick things here. First off is this area right here. What if EJ wanted to contest? Well, it'd go here. He'd be successful, unsuccessful contest, or withdrawn contest. If you're in JBQ, its contests are going to be appeals, so same difference. So we didn't do anything there. Fouls, that'd be 1 foul, that'd be 2 fouls, and that'll adjust accordingly, but no fouls there. Okay, second thing is, let's say we've gone to question 1 and the coach, you're setting up eScore and you realize you have the wrong colors. EJ is supposed to be the red team. Just go right here and you change from green to red. Easy. We'll leave it back at green. Okay, now let's cover this big yellow bar here, because this isn't on a typical score sheet, and this is what sets eScore apart, and something that we used in the rounds that I don't know if I could quiz without anymore. It's become an absolute staple of my quizzing style. We'll get to the coach's corner in just a little bit, but this is the main thing I want to go over right now. If we were to call a timeout right now, we'd see we were ahead by 20 points. This will change, so let's pretend that I got question number 1 wrong, which will change that to minus 10. You'll see that we are behind by 10. And if there's nothing, we're tied at 0. You can see that changes accordingly, as does the points left. This changes when you enter in things here up at this row 5. I think as you add the question values, points left, 10s, 20s, 30s left will all adjust. And that gets helpful at the end of a match, and especially if you're looking for how many 30s are left. A lot of times we'll find in a match we're on question 6 or 7 and half the 10s are gone, and we'll say, okay, the 20s are coming. So that becomes very helpful. Okay, so question 2 is a 10-pointer, and it was answered correctly by Rachel. But let's say I go to question 1. Oops, I should have gone to question 2. Well, you see question 1, there's nothing I can do. So I can give her a foul, but I'm not going to do that. Question 3, I can do nothing. The only one I can enter in data on is question 2, so this is really helpful in eScores. It makes it easy to enter in points because it doesn't let you enter it in the wrong box. So let's keep going. Question 3 is a 20-pointer. Now, EJ, I'm gonna put this just like the round actually happened, so he did get this question wrong. Sorry, buddy. And the reread went to Anna. Okay. Now look at the timeout bar, you'll see things are changing. As if you're the coach or assistant coach, the person running eScore, you will see a lot of things in this timeout bar as the round progresses, particularly the ahead by, behind by, and you'll start noticing different things in your team's quizzing style, like rereads tend to really bolster the point differential right here. But we need to go over something quick in eScore. It's a pretty simple concept, but it can confuse you. And that is, negative points have to be entered in before positive points. So right here, you'll notice EJ got -10, and it got 20. Let's pretend that you were scorekeeping and you forgot to put it as -10. Can't put anything there. Why can't you put anything there? Well, that's because someone already got a positive value. So if you got it right, the question's over and you move to the next question. So to fix it, you have to delete all the positive points and then enter in the negative points before the positive points. This rarely happens in eScore where you have to delete and basically redo the question. Typically, it's just the eScore is so advanced, I suppose, for lack of a better term, with the drop-down arrows that you're not going to enter in the wrong stuff in the wrong box. So this only happened to us once last year, so that's not going to be much of a problem, but just remember negative points before positive points. Okay, we'll keep moving on. 10 points goes here to Rachel. And we're going to skip ahead a little bit in this match. Alright, so we are on question 15. And as you can see, data has changed. And notice EJ's name here is red. That's because he's about to quiz out backwards. He has 2 wrong and 2 right, so eScore is going to turn his name red. Coming, let's see, Rachel, her name has a strike through it because she is quizzed out forward. So question 15 was a 30-pointer, and it was answered correctly by me. And you'll notice now my name turns green because I'm about to quiz out. Another thing you will notice is that the coach's corner will say you want attack right now. And that's because, look at the point differential. We're ahead by 155 with 80 points left. And with that, basically eScore will calculate how many points the other team can score. How many points the other team can score, and they can't win. It's impossible. So the coach's corner will automatically calculate that. This is pretty easy though. You can see there's a good point differential there. But when you have 3 quizzers on the other team and each quizzer has 2, 3, 4 correct, depends on what quizzer, it becomes handy that the coach's corner can calculate that automatically for you. And we've used that in tight matches. We've had a couple of matches within the past year where my team has, where we beat top 5 teams at nationals. Well, team that finished in the top 5 just by watching that coach's corner. And once it went off at about question 15, 16 and said, do not buzz in to win, that we didn't buzz in and we won the match. So anyway, in this case right here, this is a blowout, unfortunately. EJ is all by himself, poor guy. So it's going to say you want attack. Now why is it important to say you want attack? Well, in this match, we called timeout, and I'm going to show you how to call timeout. You click this number, and you can hit the delete key or the backspace, whatever you prefer. So you just go there and you'll keep going, and we'll just keep going all the way through. So let's pretend we called our last timeout. You'll see it says no timeouts, so that way you don't accidentally call a 4th timeout, it reminds you. Okay, let's go to question 16, which was a 20-pointer, and we had called a timeout. They told me to quiz out, so I did. Question 17 comes along, and this is a 20-pointer. I entered the wrong one. You can see right here, the 30's gone because there are no 30s left. And this is a 20-pointer, which was answered correctly by Anna. Question 18 was a 10-pointer, answered correctly also by Anna. And right here, our teams answered 6 questions correct in a row. And you'll notice that I answered 2 correct, Anna's answered 2 correct. So question 19, because we said you want, after this 30-pointer, it said you want attack, so my coach called timeout, said go score some points, we're not going to lose. So question 19 comes, and he answers this one incorrect, and he quizzes out backwards. And Anna gets this. And now look, we have 1 question to go, and she has a green light. And she actually did this at regional. She got the last 4 and quizzed out. And that's how eScore helped us score more points. It let us know that we had won, so we can go for it. And that's exactly what we did. I quizzed out, and then Anna happened to get the next 4 in a row to quiz out. And that's how you use the round pages in eScore. You'll notice right here you can't go to overtime because we're not tied. But if you did, you could go here and select 10, 20, 30, depending on what you set up in the roster. Now this is a feature that I use a lot in JBQ. Is if you scroll down, you'll see all the round results are ranked here. So my JBQers love this because they love to see how many points they scored, who got a quiz out, and as you can see, it puts the team in the proper order and all the quizzers, and displays whether or not they got a quiz out. Strikeout is a term used in eScore, It's just it's a backwards quiz out, but it's the easiest way to describe it. Strike out, 3 wrong, you're out, you know. So anyway, this is how you use the round pages in eScore. Check out my other tutorials at youtube.com/official eScore. Thank you.